Peace be with you. Dear friends, welcome to Living Flame Podcast website and Facebook group. Gospel Reflections for Tuesday of the 25th week in the Ordinary Time. Gospel according to Luke chapter 8, verses 19 to 21. Now here we have an episode of Jesus' mother and his brothers coming to meet him. But because of the crowds, they were unable to join him, and consequently, he was informed. Jesus was becoming a celebrity. So many people around him. And probably it was some urgent thing that Mother Mary had to communicate with Jesus. We never know on what grounds Mother Mary wanted to reach Jesus. And along with Mother Mary, there were his cousin brothers too. And they told him, "Your mother and your brothers are standing outside and they wish to see you." What a reply Jesus gives here. "My mother and my brothers are those who hear the word of God and act on it." Dear friends, this is a clear indication to all of us that Jesus was holding all those people who were around him as his mother, brothers, and sisters. Those who hear the word of God and act on it. So Jesus was proclaiming here a universal brotherhood. Jesus was telling to all of us, including his brothers and sisters and Mother Mary, that we are all equal before God. And equal before God when we hear the word of God and act on it. What is this hearing the word of God and acting on it? Jesus said very clearly in Matthew's Gospel, "Those who say, 'Lord, Lord,' will not enter God's kingdom." That is Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. It is by doing the will of God that we enter God's kingdom. So here there were listeners. They were very enthusiastic. They were listening to Jesus. And by this statement, Jesus is not in any way humiliating his mother or brothers and sisters. Absolutely not. Jesus had a very clear point here. It was to give a very clear understanding and clarification about his relationship with humanity. Jesus is the Son of God. That is what we are convinced, and we accept it in faith. Jesus is the Son of God. He came down from the Father. He is the second person of the Trinity. Remember that. And therefore, we will be pleasing the Father only when we listen to Jesus and we act on the words of Jesus. "You are my disciples if you keep my commandments. Love one another as I have loved you. Forgive one another." Dear friends, this gospel passage helps us to understand in a very special way that we can be so intimate with Jesus with our commitment to his word, and we are capable of becoming his friends when we act on these words of Christ. That is why Jesus said to his disciples, "I no longer call you servants, but I call you friends." That is the meaning of it. When we really live our lives in accordance with the word of Christ, we become his friends. We are all on the same footing. We are all equal before God. So there is no superior, there is no inferior. That's why when Jesus says, my mother and my brothers are those who hear the word of God and act on it. May God bless you.